guaranteed, without a shadow of a doubt, every single day, if I had to let my mind run its course in the morning, so wake up, whatever I think about, it's like a rampage. It's a rampage. I'll murder. I'll cancel, I'll kill, there's like so much rage when I wake up. And I have to like really control myself. And I later feel like, what was it all for? Like, it wasn't so bad at like the time I was freaking out. And I started to notice this is like a daily pattern in the morning. Every morning, I wake up, I'm really crazy, I want to kill. I have to control myself. But it's not from a place, it's a place of anger. It's all I can do, because later I'm fine, like, and it's not even that much later, but I have to also, again, control myself, because if I just let those feelings run, God knows what will happen. But also, if you do, like, obviously I won't do anything bad, but I mean, to continuously have bad thoughts, you're gonna just attract really negative and bad things. So, So yeah, I have to just behave and not let my mind run wild like it wants to. But I don't know, I'm just noticing it because it's like a pattern. Like every morning, this is what is going on. And I don't know why, it's not good. It's not healthy. But obviously there's an outlet that wants to come, that is trying to get released. That's what I feel like it is. Because basically on a journey of, talk about numbing. Numbing is like actually feeling everything and having to deal with it and still try and be normal. That's numbing. Not taking a pill and forgetting about all your feelings. But anyway, so that's me. I'm at this point where I've got obviously a lot of anger to release. And I need to just watch myself, because I can ruin a lot of good things with that emotion. And I don't want to. I've worked very hard to come this far. I'll never just drop it all. But yeah, why am I waking up angry? My thoughts are angry. I go to sleep. I don't go to sleep angry. I go to sleep, maybe I do actually. Maybe I do. Because I do my dhikr before I go to sleep. So we say subhanallah 33 times, and alhamdulillah 33 times, and Allahu Akbar 33 times. I don't even make it past subhanallah and I fall asleep. So I can't see that I'm sleeping negatively. I just think it's an outlet. I think there's an outlet. Because if I must be honest, I'm always honest. But if I have been on a journey to get off medication. I've been on medication since birth, basically. So like the last couple of years, I've just been on a feel what I feel without reacting to it. Let the mind just be kind. Don't like let the wild thoughts run wild. And it's been hectic, like to actually just have to deal with all of that instead of just numbing it with a tablet. I just think the anger, like wanting to come out, because like let's say this, right, you're on medication like me. I was on medication my entire life. So like say at least 20 years of just constant everyday medication. And then I'm not even talking about alcohol abuse, substance abuse, on top of that, right? So all of that gets like caught up, and it gets caught. I don't think that's what I was saying, but anyway, I'll go with it. It all gets caught up. It stores somewhere. So you think you're numbing it. You've numbed it, and now you have to. You ignore it, but your body takes it. It gets stored into your subconscious mind. It doesn't leave you. You have to face every little horrible part about yourself if you want to be a better human being. So With that said, numbing it with tablets and medication and alcohol, I'm not innocent, hey? I still have two addictions that are, to me, minor. The one is nicotine and the other one is a green herb. But yeah, which is both bad, like for real. But you know what? I've come off prescription medication, which I was on since 15. Not prescription, I was on prescription medication from 18. I was on contraceptive from 15, but that was because I was not a very, I didn't keep my chastity. So yeah, that was then, so I had to go into contraceptive, which is stupid. And then I was on that for, let's say 15 to 35 years old, right? I had a 1 year break. So say 35 years old. It's like 20 years. 20 years of just contraceptive. So I've been off contraceptive for 5 years now. And then I was on antidepressants from 18. And then that was also accompanied by substance and alcohol abuse. And by substance abuse, I mean narcotics. Serious narcotics, not joke, little herby herbs. And then, yeah, then I was anxiety medication, and then I was clean for a while, and then it was more anxiety medication. But yeah, so it was just like all the years of just abusing my body with medication and substances, right? So, long story short, 7 minutes. I have my experience of facing all my stuff instead of numbing it with alcohol or drugs or parties, but I'm speaking specifically now about what we put into our bodies, right? So without numbing through drugs and alcohol and prescription meds, I have been basically a lunatic, I'm sure. A worse lunatic than I was. No, I think I've been better. I think I'm like now seeing the lunatic from a perspective of, oh, she's got something to deal with that she hasn't dealt with. She's just having like a trigger moment. And basing those trigger moments, especially the last 2 years, oh my gosh, it's changed me a lot because it made me realize like a lot of the stuff that I'm sensitive to, which it's the stuff that I didn't have to be sensitive to. But because you're in a cycle, when you have addiction, you cannot really see the light clearly. So it's very difficult to, anyway. So then I got off prescription medication for many years. Then I still had substance abuse. Alcohol, I didn't really stop, right? I stopped now for like 2 years. I think I've had 2 drinks in 2 years. Something like that, I don't even know. Prior to that, I started drinking again during COVID. I stopped before COVID and then I started drinking again. But yeah, I drank a lot. So let's just say like, I don't know. But anyway, that's a long short of where my addictions and my habits have come from, right? So basically, through eliminating abuse, substance abuse, to deal with certain feelings and things, I now feel them and go through it and ask myself, where does it come from? And I've been able to make decisions on a more sober level. So again, not perfect, never gonna be. But sure, progress makes perfect. Period. So maybe I am perfect. But anyway, so I just think that today's lesson is that I have been waking up. So I feel a lot of emotions and I've been dealing with them in my way in time and space. Unfortunately, some people see bad sides of me while I deal with it. But at least I know it's just like you're allowed to have highs and lows. It doesn't make you bipolar or crazy or like it's okay. There's a lot of factors involved to just label someone some mental illness. Anyway, I've been labeled all of them, and I have been off medication for many years. Now and then, especially the last 5 years, I went back on twice. Because sure, my life has been upside down. Jeez, it's not even, so never mind going off all medication, my life is upside down. Like, I don't have a normal life, and people go to a job and they have a home and they have safety and they have a car and they have all these normal things. Like, my life has not been like that since leaving the rat race. So two times building my business, I had to just go get anxiety meds, just pull myself towards myself. Oh, and you know what? It's lasted a month each time. And then, I don't know, it's obviously it's a conversation for another day, but the chemicals and the brain and, I don't know, it's a conversation for another day. But, now I lost myself. I went on twice, went off, and now, I just realized that today's anger is just something that's not dealt with. And anger, let me tell you, anger is I won't say a form of sadness. I can't get the right word now. It's not a form of sadness, but it derives from sadness. Like, it comes from sadness. Like, being sad for so long makes you angry. So it's a deepened sadness, right? So I don't know if you ever remember that movie. There was a movie, I can't remember its name now. It was an emoji, like I call it emoji movie. It was an animation movie. It was not an emoji movie. It was an animation movie about this girl and her feelings, and she could see her subconscious. So anyway, she was watching herself, and then there was a thing called sad mad. She was sad mad. And so yeah, sad mad is a thing. Anger derives from sadness. So I just have to figure out where my sadness is coming from. Because I have a lot to be sad about. Like, life is traumatic for most people. Life is traumatic. So just have to accept it for what it is. But I was just wondering why that specifically something is saddening me. And I've worked on a lot of stuff, like spiritually, everything. I actually feel like emotionally, physically, yeah, I'm like spiritually fit, physically fit, emotionally fit, getting there. I'm still very, emotional. I think I'll always be. It's just Kelly is Kelly. I will always be sensitive. It's just what it is. But I don't have to let it run my life. There's a difference. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm going to figure this one out. I thought I would just share all of that because, yeah, what do you want to call it? Like a dear Alcoholic Anonymous. Dear... It's just substance abuse. It's like everything. So it's like an update, actually, for my own self. Because I know I'm emotional, and I know that I cuckoo maluku sometimes. And sometimes it's not acceptable. Like in the mornings now when I'm waking up, it's just not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. I have to understand where it's coming from. I'm glad I get to control it. I get to control it a little bit. It's just not a lot of... Oh, never mind. Okay, I think I've had my rant. It's not really a rant. I think it could help even, because it's very valuable. Because, long story short, that's why I smoke, is because there's still something being suppressed. Still something not yet faced with. And that's it. We're almost there. To figure this cycle out until the next one. And so is the journey of life. Peace, love, namaste. Have the best day. Mwah.